All right, welcome to this page of the notes. Now, in just continuation of what we did on the last page, we're just going to be solving inequalities, but in this case, we might be multiplying or dividing by a negative, in which case you have to remember to flip the inequality. So let's go ahead and try a couple of these, see how they go. If you'd like, work ahead, come on back, check your answers, make sure you get what we get, and if you don't, just run through the video real quick, find out where you may have made your mistake. So here we go. We've got this one. I need to isolate the x. I need to get that x by itself, which means I need to get rid of the negative 4 that's being multiplied by the x. Well, since it's multiplication, we're going to divide both sides. Oh, sorry, that's a highlighter, not a marker. There we go. We're going to divide both sides by a negative 4. That's better. Negative 4. I have to remember when I divide by a negative, I have to flip the inequality. So that x is now going to be all by itself, but it is no longer going to be greater than or equal to. I flip the inequality is less than or equal to, and a negative 24 divided by 4. Negatives cancel each other out. 24 divided by 4 should be 6. All right, there is my first one. My second way of writing this, set builder notation. So I need my brace. It is the variable x, so all values of x such that x is less than or equal to 6. Close my braces. And the third way, you'll need to be able to represent this guy as on a graph. There's my 6. There's 5, 4. We'll skip a few. 0, negative 1. Negative 2, right? Get a couple of those negatives in there. Going this way, 6, 7, 8. Skip a few. There's 100. All right. The question I have for you is, do I need an open or a closed circle? I do. I agree with that. Since it is strictly less than, since it's less than or equal to, you will need a closed circle on x. And it's going to be everything that is less than 6 headed in that direction. Let's try another one. We've got negative 9.2y is less than 23. Well, since I'm multiplying by negative 9.2, I'll need to divide both sides by a negative 9.2. And since I'm dividing by a negative, we have to remember to flip our inequality. It will no longer be y less than, it will now be y is greater than. And when I do 23 divided by negative 9.2, let's see, what do I get? Don't fat finger something on your calculator. Should get negative 2.5. Negative 2.5. All right, that's my first way. Second way. All values of y such that y is greater than negative 2.5. Close your braces, and let's get that on a number line. Ooh, this one's going to be fun because I don't have a whole number here. We're going to have to guesstimate that a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy on you here. In fact, actually, here is as good a point to talk about it as any. Typically on my tests or quizzes, since most of my questions are, not all of them, but most of my questions are multiple choice, you are not going to be drawing your own number line. The way it's going to work is if I ask you one of these questions, and I ask you to give me the solution where the solution is represented as a number line, the multiple choice answers will be number lines. They'll already be graphed. They'll already be filled in. You just have to pick the one that's correct. All right, so when it comes to doing these number lines, so you don't have to worry about something like this, like, what if I don't put the bubble on 2.5? You know, what if I'm at like 2.8 or 2.9? Don't worry about that. The number line will already be there. You just have to pick the one that's correct, and they're not going to be that close to each other that you won't know which one's the right one. So here we go. We're going to graph this guy. Put him right there, negative 2.5. Now, I'm not doing 0.5s. So we're going to go ahead and put right here a negative 1, 0, and 1. right here is going to be a -3, -4. We're calling that good enough. The question is, do I need an open or a closed circle? Yeah, I would agree with that. It is strictly greater than. It's going to be an open circle. And everything greater than a -2.5 is going to be everybody going in that direction. So here we go. Whoa, sorry. My iPad didn't like that very much. You want to see it again? Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's not going to do that. So, sorry. Got to keep it like this. All right, so everybody going in that direction. And that takes care of all three solutions. That's all for the problems on this page of the notes. Head on over. I'll meet you on the next page.